draft to see
Okay.
if it works, okay?
Okay, you're ready.
All right. So what brings you here today, Jill?
Well, I've really just, been having a hard time leaving the house lately. I've been in bed a lot. I had to quit my job, unfortunately, because I wasn't really motivated to go. Leaving the house really made me very anxious. So, my boyfriend really wanted me to come and talk to somebody.
I see. And why were you having such difficulty? Are you depressed?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I have a very hard time leaving the house if I don't feel like my makeup is on correctly.
Oh, I see. I see. Are you concerned about your appearance?
Well, I guess, starting from when I was, a teenager, I really broke out really badly, with acne. And, ever since then, if, everything's not covered up correctly, I get very upset. In school I used to go to the bathroom and reapply, and it got to the point where, kids would kind of, call me like powder face, and they'd, make fun of me because I put so much powder on. But the redness would show if I didn't, so it was really important that I kept doing it.
Are you still doing that?
Well, not really as much, I guess, because I'm not really leaving the house, so
okay. Are you
yeah, when I go out, I do.
in the house? Are you comfortable with your parents, for example?
My parents don't really bother me as much because, they know me.
Right.
But, a lot of times I'll wake up before my boyfriend does so I can put the makeup on, or I'll dim the lights. I have a lot of dimmer switches, so I dim the lights in my house.
Are you doing a lot of mirror checking?
I guess when I go out, I check the mirror a lot, but when I'm at home, I kind of avoid mirrors.
I see. Was there a period where you were checking the mirrors a lot, even in the house?
Not really, because it just causes me too much anxiety. I really avoid mostly when I'm at home.
Okay, so currently you're avoiding mirrors.
Right.
And when you go out, you put a lot of makeup to hide your defects, correct? Do you mind showing me what bothers you about your complexion?
Well, mostly, see, it's around my chin area here, and I constantly just keep touching it to make sure there's no bumps.
I see. So you're feeling for bumps.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And that's how I know that I need to go check the mirror.
I see. So if you feel something, then you'll go and check the mirror, correct? Okay. Do you skin pick? Do you actually pick and try to get rid of the bumps?
Yeah, which usually ends up making it worse,
right?
But I can't help myself sometimes.
I see. Okay, so how frequently are you actually going out? Are you going to restaurants? Are you going to school? You said you quit your job. Do you go to the movies?
Well, I'm obviously not working right now. I'll probably go out, maybe twice a week at this point. The movies I'd probably be more likely to go because it's dark.
Right.
So that would kind of, be a little less stress-inducing. But during the day, I usually don't go out.
What percentage of the time during the day are you actually obsessed about your appearance?
I would say probably the entire day. There are parts when I'm watching television or something, but when I'm watching television, I'm also looking at other people's complexions on TV, and now with the HD, it's a lot easier to see other people's complexions. So, and I usually find that most of them have a much better complexion than I do.
So you're doing a lot of social comparison.
Yeah.
And if I were to ask you, if we take a normal curve, okay, it's called a bell curve, and about 68% of people are average looking, okay? And then there are people who become progressively less and less attractive, and people who become more and more attractive. So, but again, most of us are average looking. Where would you place yourself overall on this curve?
I think overall, when I have my makeup fully done, I'm, pretty much at the top of the curve.
Okay, when you have your makeup on. So, are you always satisfied when you have your makeup on?
No, not always. But most of the time. Well, from close, I'm not satisfied, but from far, when I have the makeup on, I'm pretty satisfied.
Okay, and where would you like to be?
Where would I like to be, without the makeup on?
Right.
Without the makeup on, I'd like to be in the same spot.
And the same spot. Okay. And if we just took your complexion and you rated your complexion without any makeup, and you were to go out that way, where would you rate yourself on this curve?
Probably at the bottom of the average.
Bottom of the average. So we'll put an X there. And where would you like to be?
I would probably say in the superior range.
Superior range. So compared to where you are, you feel very unattractive. Yet you're still within the average range, correct?
Right.
Okay, so we have to kind of work on this discrepancy between where you are and where you'd like to be. Mainly because it's interfering with your functioning, correct? Would you be willing to come back so we can work on that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. All right, let's dump it and see how